Hello, this is Canon Dale Grandfield, and we are here at the Cathedral Church of the Nativity again for this second season of creation conversation with me and with
Cathy Bailey.
Cathy Bailey. We are grateful to be here, and we are excited to be able to bring forward, for those of you who are connecting with us virtually, ideas and thoughts about the care of God's creation, good stewardship, which our faith calls us to this season of creation, which is 6 weeks long. We are in our second week already. I can't believe it. And it will culminate. It will culminate in an action.
So on October 17th and 18th, the Lehigh Valley Green Face Circle is sponsoring an Action Days. And we will be standing on the corner of 3rd and Wyandotte with some banners asking President Biden and our government to support 100% renewable energy and to stop using fossil fuels, and really, because polluting and killing our earth is against our religion.
It is against our religion. We believe that God created this good earth and this good universe for not only for our use, but for conservation and for the beauty and the dignity that it offers and the sacredness that is inherent in it. So we are called upon to be good stewards. So we will stand out, and we will show
stand.
our support for those things that will continue to move us in healthier directions.
And we'd love to have you join us.
Please do join us. That is
We'll be outside, safe and
distanced,
distanced,
but powerful.
hopefully, yes.
And numerous, hopefully, yes. And that is the afternoon of Sunday the 17th, and the afternoon of Monday the 18th of October, both the final culmination of our season of creation here at the Cathedral Church of the Nativity. So, Cathy, you have an interesting topic for us today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about power, electricity. And I've been reading about this, and I didn't know that 40% of our carbon emissions are a result of generating electricity in the whole country. And almost all of that comes from burning coal. So as a person who is trying to protect the earth, I'm thinking about ways that I can decrease my electric use, and also ways to use renewable energy. So selecting an energy provider, an electricity provider that is using renewable energy, solar or wind, is a great way to start doing that.
Got it.
And then I'm thinking about things in my house that are hooked to electricity.
There are a lot of things. Everything.
And I didn't know that when you plug your phone charger, which I admit to having several devices, and that
Guilty.
when they're plugged in, they're using power even if you're not actually charging. So unplug those. And there's also like some of my kitchen appliances that pull a little bit of power when they're not being used. So I've started unplugging those. I do admit that I've tried to toast my toast without any power.
You have to remember to plug it back in when you're going to use it. Right.
Yes.
Right. I get it.
But it's okay.
And is it mostly, do you know, Cathy, is it mostly large appliances that are drawing the significant amounts of energy, or is it the long-term use of lights and all of those things?
Well, all of that. I mean, I remember my parents telling me when I was a little kid to turn the lights off when I left a room. I mean, we've learned that for our whole lives. And I'm not really an electrical person, so I don't really know like which plugs pull electricity and which ones don't. So if somebody knows about that,
it's worth doing more research about.
Yes.
But if that is in fact 40% of our carbon emissions is sourced from our electric use, even our daily lives are so patterned around the use of electricity. That is one way for us to think through being better stewards. And I mean, it isn't a significant sacrifice to unplug something or to maybe not use as much hot water or to shower a little shorter so that you're not using as much hot water? Or
I've started putting some of my clothing on a drying rack instead of in the dryer. That's less use of the dryer.
Yeah.
And I've adjusted my thermostat in my house a little bit. It's amazing. 1 degree here or there doesn't really make all that much difference, but it saves a little bit of electricity.
That makes good sense. When it comes to trying to source electricity from companies that are being at least more green and more renewable, how do we go about that? Do you have any ideas?
So I did do that.
You did?
A couple of years ago, actually. And I, of course, am not going to be able to tell you the website right now, but Pennsylvania, passed laws many years ago that you can select your electric provider.
Got it.
And there's a website you can go to that lists all the electric providers that you can choose from. And they describe where they get their electricity from and how much it costs per kilowatt hour. So you can balance the preference for renewable energy. For some people, it is a little bit more expensive. So for some people, that may be cost prohibitive to try to choose that. But I can say that when I made the switch, it was probably less than $2 or $3 a month difference, even though I was paying more for this 100% renewable energy.
Yeah. Well, I admit, Cathy, it's funny because I've seen the thing come through for choosing a different provider, and I just filed that at the bottom of my stack of junk mail, thinking, oh, this isn't important. But it does raise my awareness to the reality that this is a not insubstantial part of my contribution to good stewardship of God's creation, thinking about my usage of energy and electricity and power. So I really appreciate.
I would just caution that I think the companies, and this is just my opinion, I think the companies who are really recruiting, so sending you mail,
yes,
may not be the best ones to select.
That makes sense.
So really doing a little bit of research, going on the website, the Pennsylvania Electric Choice website, whatever that website is, and really looking at all your choices.
Great. That's a great recommendation. We hope, and maybe that's something we can even provide some suggestions around as far as where people can find it. We will post that website with this video. That way you can go and do your research and find out where renewable or more renewable sources of power come from and where you can get engaged and hooked up with those as well. And so, Cathy, I think that brings us to say, for those who are interested and maybe have questions, who are feeling compelled by this information and this conversation, who want more information, should definitely feel free to reach out.
They can.
Your website, your email is available, as is mine, of course. And I will just say, talk to Cathy Bailey, because Cathy Bailey knows most about everything. But also for those of you who may be feeling called to greater engagement with stewardship of God's creation through our creation care ministry, we also invite you to reach out, to be in touch with Cathy, and to join us in this movement of celebrating the goodness that God has given us, and also of making sure that we're thinking and being thoughtful and responsive to the ways in a time of creation yearning and groaning of us as good people of God, following into more healthy and more holistic ways of being, hopefully. Yeah. Cathy, any last words?
No, but I look forward to talking to you next week.
Yes, I look forward to it too, Cathy.
You'll be so excited.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what our topic will be. It will be interesting, and I'm sure I will learn much as well. So thank you. Thank you for bringing this knowledge, and thank you for encouraging us in this.
Okay. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.